Good morning from my studio. This is Debbie Tillman. This is the beginning of my painting series on YouTube. I hope you'll join me and I hope you'll follow me so you can get all the updated videos. I will have some giveaways too during the time that I'm having on my series, so you might be interested in that. Also, I'll be giving away some copies of my ebook, Color Wheel Guide by Deborah J. Tillman, that you might find handy to keep in your studio. Let's just get started today. What I'm going to do is just give my thoughts on canvases. That's kind of where we need to start if you're a beginner, or if you've been painting a long time. There's a lot of canvases available and everybody has their preferences. Some are more expensive than others, and it just kind of depends on your budget. Linen, Belgium linen being one of the most expensive. I will admit I don't buy Belgium linen canvases. I probably will in the future, but right now I'm still with cotton canvases. I'm sure that linen is wonderful to work with, but it's beyond my budget at the time. So right now, today, I'm going to show you this one. I really like this one. Another artist had this in her painting series that I purchased, and I found that I really love these. They're MDF boards. They're solid and they have canvas on top of them. Really like them. They're about 3/8 inch thick. You don't have to frame them or anything if you don't want. They also have a nice little hook already built in there, so you don't have to worry about that. They work pretty nicely. They don't have a lot of give though. I did find that I do like a little give in my canvas, so I usually use these for small paintings, not large ones. But they do turn out pretty nice. The second one that I use is just the flat canvas panel. It is just canvas on cardboard, basically. It's the cheapest canvas you can get. You can get a whole bunch of these in packs if you want. They're very inexpensive, especially if you're starting out. I would recommend that. They don't have a lot of give either. They're pretty stiff, but they make nice little paintings. They don't have any hangers on the back, so they do need to be put in a frame or have some kind of a hanger attached to them. But they're okay. That's what I started out with. I've kind of moved on though. I use this one just to make a chart, and I make color charts and I keep them on the wall in my studio, and they're nice handy references. The third one I want to talk to you about is the I'm going to turn around here so you can see a little better, is a Premier traditional profile. It's a stretch canvas on wood. This one here is 7/8 inch deep, but they make them really deep, 1.5, 2, however deep you want them, and pretty much however big you want them too. Pretty big sizes. But this one is it's cotton duck. It's 100%. It's a little heavier, but it's hand splined and I really like this, and I'm going to show you why. These are probably the canvases I'm going to use for my large canvases from now on. I used one of my last big canvas. I made a 24 by, no, it was a 36 by 48 commission piece recently, and I absolutely love this. So they're not very much more than just your regular canvases on wood. So I think I'm just going to probably get these from now on until I move into the linens. But they have a nice wood frame, very nice and sturdy. It's all tucked in here. You don't see any edges. And you can get cheaper canvases like this on wood, and they're just stapled in the back, which is fine. You can't see it. You might want to put it in a frame. Maybe you're not. You don't have to, but this one you definitely don't even have to put in a frame or nothing. Just put some hardware on it. They don't come with hardware to hang. You have to do that yourself. And this is probably a larger piece, so probably I would use a wire hanger on this one. If it was about half this size, probably I would just use, a sawtooth nail-in hanger, and you could steal with this one too. You could put one here and put one here. It wouldn't matter, and it would work just fine. So, that's just some of the canvases that I use. And there's many, like I say, you can find a variety of canvases at art supply stores. Many have catalogs they'll send to you. DickBlickArtSupply.com. Great place. I get a lot of supplies there. I get a lot of my paint there, and my brushes, basically all my canvases so far. I may start to make my own canvases one day, but right now I don't. They have great supplies and a really large variety of oil paint and acrylics and watercolors and really all kinds of art supplies. So I would recommend you going there. I am not sponsored by them or anything. So, but it's just a place that I use. They send you a free catalog twice a year, and they have sales all the time, free shipping, things like that, and it comes very quickly. So you might find that interesting. I personally have sold all of my regular oil-based paints to others because I switched over to water-based oils about a year ago. I decided that I was done with all the smells and the messy cleanups and the mess, and very glad I did. It did take me a little while to get used to painting with the water-based oils. However, the end result is just the same, and once you varnish over it, it looks just as beautiful as a regular oil base. Oils, I mean, the water-soluble oils they're oil paints. They're just modified to clean up with water. So they take just about as much time to dry, although you can get some fast-drying medium. I haven't used it yet, but I'm planning to use that on one of my future paintings to see how that works out, and I'll let you know how it does. But my last paintings that really I guess they're my first paintings with the water solubles, they took about 6 months to dry really good so I could varnish them. Some people recommend waiting longer, but they were really dry, so I went ahead and varnished, and they look great, and I'm very happy. So next video in the series, we're going to be discussing brushes and what the variety of brushes are and what they do, and where you can purchase brushes, the difference in brushes, and then in a video following that we'll discuss paints and some of the other supplies that you're going to need to get started painting. So thank you for being with me today, and I'll see you in our next video.